Yo, guys, what's going on? It's Miguel Talks Football. We're back again with another video. International break, but football does not stop. So many things are happening right now behind the scenes, getting ready for the summer transfer window and the kickstart of the remainder of the Premier League season when we get back to football. And we got to talk about it. We got to talk about all the new stuff. With Nottingham Forest looking to get Champions League football, they're looking to make some big splashes and trying to get one of Arsenal's, Manchester United, and Chelsea's targets for striker in Victor Gyokeres could be headed to Nottingham Forest. Plus, we got to talk about Arsenal. We got some injuries. Unfortunately, our man Calafiori got injured again. And it looks like the deal for Nico Williams looks closer and closer to being completed, as Arsenal seem to be the only team currently in for Nico Williams. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the summer. And Manchester United and Spurs, we got to talk about them. Two clubs in trouble. Two clubs who look like their managers could be gone. Players look like they might need to be reshuffled and just rebuilt the whole squad. Manchester United already started that. Spurs, I don't really know how far behind you think Spurs are. Who do you think's in a better position, Man United or Spurs? Let me know. But before we go any further, we got to talk about all these things plus more. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. I'm going to introduce the panel in a second. Yes, people, what's going on? Miguel Talks Football. What a wonderful intro for you as a Nottingham Forest fan, hearing that you're going after one of everybody's targets in Victor Gyokeres. I seen you on your channel. You're quite gassed about all the stuff you're hearing with all your links to Jobe Bellingham's brother, Victor Gyokeres. You're sitting comfortable in the top four right now in the Premier League during international break in March. Bro, how does it feel? I was talking to somebody yesterday, bro, and they're like, Nottingham Forest fans must be the happiest fan base in football right now out of all the Premier League teams.
Yeah, you can maybe argue Newcastle, but outside of that, yeah, we're very happy. Maybe Spurs fans are happy. I don't know. Are they?
George, I was saying to Wolfie, Nottingham Forest fans must be the happiest fan base in the Premier League. Just think about it. Newcastle won a trophy, but they're not in top four. Liverpool are going to win the Premier League, but they just got knocked out of the Champions League. Nottingham Forest are like, yo, we're so happy where we are. Right
well, technically, off of Wolfie's standards, going off of our conversation that we had yesterday, the team that won the trophy should be the happiest, as they're the one that's actually doing something. So no. Newcastle
and 70
fans.
years.
And now let's be honest, yeah, after 70 years, I feel like even after Liverpool win the league, they'll still be the happiest fans in the Premier League.
They're gonna be like drunk.
They'll be like this
6 months.
Okay, you know what?
Year, bro.
Let's start with Liverpool, since there's no Liverpool fan on the panel. Are they going to be happy when Trent leaves? You heard it's official. He's gone.
Well, it's official.
Like, Real Madrid circles are saying that Trent is 100% signed.
You know what? I did see that. And they can do it because internationally they can put a pre-contract out.
Yeah, they can, can't they? It's just
would you just drop him? Would you drop him if that was the case?
No.
He's still part of the title-winning side.
Yeah, and to be honest,
I'm saying for the remainder of the season, do you play
he's
him?
part of their captain group, ain't he? Like he's considered
leadership group.
leadership group, whatever. So that would be silly. Plus, Trent's Liverpool. Like, let's have it right. He's done everything he can there. It's not like a disrespect thing to leave or do what
Trent
he is doing.
99% done.
That's Marsa, man. You can't take Marsa serious.
Yeah.
That's like the sun in America, in Spain. Sorry.
You can't take it serious? Because, bro, when they this
no, I agree that they're probably right, but I wouldn't take them serious and saying he's definitely
no negotiations. There's no negotiations that's been going on with Liverpool and Trent for months now. Since January, when Real Madrid put the offer on the table north of 350, Liverpool never said they're going to match that.
Yeah, but look, if he goes, he goes. I don't think he's the greatest defensive fullback I've ever seen. He's good going forward. He'll probably suit Real Madrid. He's easily replaceable.
He's
the other two that are not.
He's literally their creativity, though.
I think he's replaceable.
I don't know, George.
He's talking about Trent, yeah. Trent's the replaceable. I've said all the time, let's just be honest. Like there's certain centre backs that aren't replaceable, but at the same time, like I'd say Van Dijk, like a Saliba said, Trent is replaceable. He's a right back.
Yeah,
it's not like Trent's an attacking right back. They have attacking play. You can replace his output with someone on the wing or someone who's an attacker that's going to give you the goals and assists. And defensively, it's so easy to replace Trent. There's about 50 right backs you can replace.
George would defend better than him. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think he's. If you were talking about now Van Dijk or Salah gone, then that's a different conversation. If I'm a Liverpool fan, if I had a gun to my head and said which one out of these three would you lose first, it'd be Trent. I wouldn't even like blink. I wouldn't hesitate. I'd say point the gun at yourself. I've already made my decision.
What are you saying?
If you had to lose one of those three, Cass, who's the first one you lose?
Trent. You'd always lose a fullback first. You can replace fullbacks.
Thank you.
You lose a lot. You lose a lot of your playmaking, but Van Dijk and Salah are way more important.
Do you think Van Dijk and Salah stay, boys? Be honest.
No. I think one stays, one goes.
I think Salah goes, man. I don't think his heart's set in Liverpool, I'll be honest, anymore.
You think so?
I think he wants to stay at Liverpool. I just don't think they'll give him what he wants. Because what he thinks he's worth, they won't match.
He'll get it somewhere else.
I think he's
realized
realized
that idea, man, 100%.
The market for Salah is just not what it is for Trent and Van Dijk. Van Dijk and Trent's market's a lot more ambitious clubs, like within Europe still. Where Mo Salah, majority of the clubs that are after him are either in Saudi or Barcelona want him on a free, for example.
I think take him on a free though. Like most teams would, and they would give him the wage because they don't have to pay a transfer fee.
I know, but I'm not hearing too many like clubs actually after Mo Salah. Where Van Dijk, you're hearing PSG want to offer him a pre-contract right now. You're hearing Trent, people want to. Real Madrid already offered him like 350 plus. Mo Salah, nobody offered him a pre-contract.
I think like I think he should go to Saudi. I really do. Like for his, how old is he now? 30 what one?
He's got about 32, 31, 32. He is 32. He's turning 33 this year.
Is he? I think it's the right time to go to Saudi. Or he could, you know what? Or he could go Spain, do 2 years there on a short-term contract.
Yeah, but he's not. Let's be real. Let's be real. Yeah, they love Lamine Yamal.
Yeah,
not saying you can't have two amazing players in one.
And Rafinha.
Are you talking about Barca for Salah?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, I'd say Real.
There's another option. There's another option. Couldn't you see him? Could you see him pulling a wild move and staying in the Premier League and going to London?
No. He won't do. He won't even do. He won't do.
I hope you're not looking at yourself.
Oh wait, you're talking Arsenal here.
That's what I'm thinking. That would be. Are you sure?
No, I'm just saying. Well, I know we like cheap deals. I know Chelsea would definitely.
That's not a cheap deal, though.
I know Chelsea would definitely be interested. Those are two clubs that they'll probably be interested.
I'll be honest. You know that even the Salah in Spain, I don't think the Spanish fans will appreciate Salah for what he is. I mean, I don't think they'll like watching Salah. They'll watch Salah and they're gonna be fuming, bro. This is not Jobe Bellingham. They're used to seeing Rodrigo, Vinicius, like the best of the Brazilian, South American players, and then you're gonna go down to Salah and watching him chop it inside and the ball's bobbling all over the place. Come on, man.
What about Atletico Madrid?
I think he works, man. I think he works at Real.
What about Atletico Madrid?
Atletico could. Atletico, like, Simeone loves anti-footballer.
They won't afford him, man.
No, they're not even that. Salah don't even, unless he moves him into the center, you don't even track back.
They need hard workers, man.
Yeah,
they would, unless they look to pull him up front and let him do them business there, then great. It'd be like their Luis Suarez when they brought him in kind of thing, innit? But I don't see it. I personally don't see it.
Let's be honest, man. If I'm Salah, I'm pulling the Arab card right now. I will be bigger than Ronaldo going over.
Bro, let's be real. Ronaldo's going to fail at some point.
Well, Ronaldo's out of contract this summer.
I heard something wild.
They'll give him another year.
I heard Vinny to Saudi Arabia.
That's not happening.
No, they've tried that for like a year and a half.
I don't know. It could.
I don't see that happening.
But hey, enough about that. I wanted to. Did you guys hear about Wolfie's club? What they're trying to do?
What Gyokeres?
They're trying to move mad.
Yeah, according to who? Football Insider, Steve Kerr.
Yeah, we're getting Gyokeres and Bellingham.
Crazy.
Okay, Bellingham, I actually hear it.
Jobe.
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 Yeah.
We don't need to go by first names here.
No,
man.
Joby's good. How does he even
No,
fit
he's
into
not.
a team?
He's
Because he
mid.
plays Morgan Gibbs White role. He plays in his position.
Need another
Play
one,
a
innit?
bit more of an 8.
He's what could be going, you know.
I'm telling you now, yeah, George, this guy is stiff. This guy is not it. Jobe Bellingham is not it.
No, I like him.
He overrated because of his brother's name.
Yes, 100,000,000%.
No,
Bro,
he's not.
he's not even their best midfielder. In that, there's a better midfielder there. There's two.
Who?
There's not
Chris Rigg is 10 times the player this brother is. 10 times. Now,
10 times, man.
100% way better. Got better vision, better passing range. He's an 8, 6, 10. He'd be perfect for Forest the way they play as well, in my opinion, if you looked at him. I know we're looking at him. I know many clubs are looking at him. The guy
you're in on him. Who else did I say was in on him? There's two more. I think there's Chelsea and maybe Spurs.
Chelsea look at everyone though. Yeah, Spurs are, but I'm pretty sure there's another big name into him.
I don't know, I've got it.
Jobe is 100% not that great, man. He's stiff, man.
I'm not against what you're saying, Cass, if I'm honest with you.
Huh?
I'm not disagreeing with you, if I'm honest with you. Not to the extent he's 10 times worse than the other dude. But
100% is.
Here it is. It's Tottenham, Chelsea, Man U, and Forest.
Enzo Lafite is much better than him. Like, people not forget Enzo
Lafite. Where I agree with you, I think he's riding the name.
100%. 100%.
You know what? It's one of those ones. It's one of those ones.
He's playing an important role in a Sunderland side that's pushing for a championship title. And he's 19, he's 18, 19. Like he's doing he's doing good, bro. He's doing really good.
George, if his name was Jobe Johnson, what are you saying?
His name holds weight. His name holds weight.
Bro, he'd still be like respected, bro. Like he's good player. From obviously, I ain't watched something like that, but when I have seen them on like the odd day, he's good, bro.
Never seen him having a great game.
The thing is, though, George is right because of his name, we might also be judging him harsher.
He'll get more criticism than he'll get praise. Because I'm not being funny. Everything's changed on Jude. Everyone thinks, oh, Jude's shit now. Apparently, like that's the whole narrative. Jude's not that good. Apparently.
You know, he's not shit, but he had a really hot purple patch, didn't he, when he first joined Real?
They build you up to bring you down, unless your name is Phil Foden. Then you get a pass every year. That's the only person.
The thing is, out of all the midfielders, he's definitely down as one of the worst ones, and he don't stand out for me. And every time I watch them,
how much do you watch Sunderland this season?
Loads. They're always on Sky. They're always on Sky. Go watch them versus Leeds. Go watch them versus Millwall. Yeah. Even the Newcastle game.
Club Millwall.
No, like there's loads, bro. There's Chris Rigg, Enzo Lafite, who's the captain? Dan Neil, much better than him. 10 again, players are just better than this guy. This guy
sounds like the crappiest footballer ever to walk me up.
Nah, man, I just hate overrated. No, I hate this overrated thing about this guy. Like he will go to Palace or something like that, and he will still look crap.
All right, we'll wait and see. But what about Gyokeres to Forest? Do you actually
Let's talk Gyokeres, because as much as Cass wants to say it's bullshit, I agree with them. That source is crap. I've done my own digging. And do you remember when I told you lot about Cunha being fake news, even though Sky Sports was saying, oh, Forest are going to break their transfer record for Cunha? I said it's all fake from people I was speaking to in the club. This one hasn't been denied.
Yeah, you can chase him, but you ain't getting him. Because I just feel like I just feel like someone else would chase him and go grab him. Like,
you know what? I kind of started. That was my thinking process to start with, yeah. And then if you write down a shopping list of who's in for a striker, right? What are you saying? Like
Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Dortmund at the moment, even because they've got Gyokeres. I know
all of them have got been tagged up. All of them have been tagged up, yeah. So Chelsea will probably go in again for Arsenal, I think. Would you agree?
I've heard that they don't want him no more because of his state wage demands.
Okay.
Wait. Who are we talking about? Who you're going to get? Cunha? You said
Gyokeres. They think they're getting Gyokeres. Are you insane?
You've lost your mind, bro. You've lost your mind. Let's have it right, Wolfie. Gyokeres is not leaving Sporting Lisbon to go play for Forest. Like, yes, you're having a good season, but you have to look at these players when they make these moves, especially one to a club like yours. They want sustainability. They want to know a club that's going to be able to compete, especially with this next move in his career. He's not young. He's like 24, right? 25.
26.
26 even. So that's that prime age where his next contract's his biggest contract. That's my point. The next, because he's going to get a 5-year deal, and that's until he's 30. Then after you're 30, you're not getting a bigger contract.
Yeah, we'll pay him big, man. We got that, man.
You can pay him big, but he's going to want success during this period of his career. You guys can't guarantee
too.
Like he's gonna want to go and considering the club, the only club that I think that he settles for with despite Man United.
No, but
PSG, and that's because of Amorim.
Yeah, but PSG and also Barcelona want him.
Yeah, PSG, but that's
Barcelona have him at the back of their list. Barcelona have an ambitious.
It's what I'm saying. When you break the list down, it's not that big. It's not that big.
Oh, the club size are that big. That's what I'm saying. I think there's too much in the way. You might even end up saying that Dortmund, to be fair, but I don't see how I just don't see how he moves to you lot.
You guys think Nottingham Forest with Champions League football have the pull because they have the money?
I guarantee if us and Forest are in for him, yeah, let's say we all part of the money. Who's he choosing? Let's be real.
Wait. He's going to United with no Europe.
It don't matter, yeah, but who said I might get Europe?
Man United got Paul Pogba with no Europe off a World Cup.
Yeah, but the Man U will overpaid. They won't. If Forest and Man U both offer him, say, I don't know, 150, 200 to join, who do you think he joins?
Man United.
Man United with no Europe. You see, this is
your
lots.
To be fair,
freaking indoctrination of how you think footballers now work. Don't worry.
That's how it always works.
Nah, Champions League has its pull.
Bro, I've seen
season.
I've seen players turn down Champions League football for smaller clubs before.
I'll be honest. I don't think we're gonna. We're not in for him this summer anyway. So there's no point. Like we're not in for him this summer. I'd rather personally.
Well, yeah, you got Højlund, so why would you need another striker? You know what I'm saying?
No, we're not looking at Gyokeres. His price is too much. I think
you're not selling Zerski in the summer.
No. Why would you sell him?
Why would they sell Xerxes after a year after they bought him? And maybe Højlund. They won't sell Xerxes.
I think Højlund will stay on loan. I think Højlund goes maybe. This is a maybe, by the way. Maybe on loan. But other than that,
yeah, it would be a loan with like an obligation.
I'd rather us get Osimhen than Gyokeres.
I heard
Gyokeres is better.
No, he's not.
He is.
I heard you guys are going for
the
guy from Bournemouth. I rate that guy. What's his name?
About the same.
Semenyo.
Semenyo. And United wants Semenyo. And
I never believe any transfers I hear about United, man.
He's a baller.
We get linked with.
You know what it is, yeah.
Everyone.
I feel like with these moves, especially with United over the next this transfer window, you have to just look at the move and be like, does this make sense for this team? It doesn't.
Yes.
Semenyo's a winger. He doesn't play to their system. And Amorim's very hot on, he wants his players. Like, he's not going to play left forward. And if he does, you're pretty much taking him out of the game because all of his best work comes in the transition, sort of in that near the halfway line. You get him on the ball there, he's going to blow on the ball. But if you get him on the ball in the final third, I don't think Semenyo is that tricky of a player that he's going to.
I rate Semenyo, man. I think he's quality. He would be in my top 5 I want on my shopping list this summer.
And he's so affordable, 35 to 40 million.
Yeah, I would say that's a good move, Wolfie.
I think for him.
It'd be a really good move for you lot.
Yeah, he would work in our system
100%.
Call me crazy. I'm not saying he's Sadio Mane level, but his influence at Bournemouth has been similar to what I've seen from Sadio Mane.
You know, with him, he just needs to sharpen his finishing. Like, he's one of the most skillful players in the league for me. He goes through purple patches with finishing, and then he dries up a bit.
Yeah, he's never going to be a good finisher. You can tell by the way he strikes the ball and stuff.
He's had over 100 shots this season, only scored 7 goals.
Would you rather have him, or would you rather go for like Justin Kluivert from Bournemouth, or do you think he's
Kluivert's more a 10? Kluivert's more a 10, isn't it?
He suits the inside thing. He's both footed. I like Kluivert.
He would work in the United system.
But the only thing is I find with him is like he's having a patch now, but I've seen a lot to say. I don't know if that's going to sustain.
Yeah.
I agree.
But don't you think? I feel like with Kluivert, I don't know about you guys. I think he's generally his overall game has improved. Like I think Areola's got some good work with him, and you're starting to see a lot better player this season because not just the team's playing better. He's taken the mantle to perform. And don't look at his goals because I know he scored bare penalties. Probably got like 6 penalties this season or something like that. But just when you look at them play, Kluivert's like just like Semenyo, both of them on either side.
Talk to me, George. You're linked to Semenyo yourself. Do you want him?
Yeah, I mean, he'd go into our team. I'd want him to play down the right hand side for me. Because
I had a Jono, bro. You sure?
I saw your video saying, no, I saw your video about you want Jono back, and I was reading the comments. I'm seeing they're going, oh, they don't show him no love over there. Bring him back.
Man, they are so sentimental, bro. They are so... Man, that video went psycho.
Yeah, I saw. Like, the love that they have for this guy, I was like, please take him back. Like, I would happily take 30, 25. Yeah, you guys can say you fleeced us for 25 mil. Cool. Have him back
for 25.
I'll do it for 25. Honestly, like
who?
Brennan
Johnson.
Oh, Brennan Johnson. Yeah, bro. The way Tottenham fans hate Brennan Johnson is nuts.
I think you lot are too harsh on him because you're not using him right.
You guys don't watch him on a week.
But I also think the Forest fans that love him are too sentimental with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was probably the main, him and Jed Spence, the main reason we got promoted on the pitch. Yeah. Obviously, got the manager.
At that level, though, isn't it?
But even in the first season when we came up, he was shit until the World Cup because his mind was on the World Cup playing for Wales. And then when he came back from the World Cup from January onwards, he found form. But he is so lazy at tracking back, man. He never tracks back. He can't cross the ball that isn't a grass cutter, and he can't header a ball. Outside of that, he's pretty good.
You know what it is for me?
Yeah, like a winger that don't track back, he's
got no skill. I always have said, even when you signed it, I said he's a push and run merchant. He needs grass. If he can kick it, he can run into it.
He looks soft.
You know what it is? Light skin attackers don't like heading the ball in case it messes up their hair and they're flipping, their black spray and that shit.
Black spray.
He's got a massive scar from when he played. Do you remember when Spurs played us?
Elbow, yeah,
it's against us. It is returned to the City ground. 4 minutes later, he was off with a sliced up head. He's still got a scar.
While we're talking about Spurs, let me just ask you, George. You gave up on Ange, but what's keeping him in the job, bro?
I'll be honest, I don't know. Me personally, I don't know, but I can only assume that it's the Europa League. But even that, I've given up the fact that we're gonna win Europa League, so I can't see that even making the decision to keep him at this point. I don't know. Again, like I can sit here and say, yeah, he will be gone because that's an expectation from us as fans, considering he's factually our worst manager in the last 25 years. But at the same time, I don't know. I generally don't know if he's going to get sacked.
I really hate that line, George, because he's not.
No, factually, the facts are that when you look at
your
the
worst
numbers,
points tally manager, he ain't your worst manager.
No, but that's what I mean. Factually, I'm going my points tally. I wouldn't say that like football wise and stuff. I've seen worse. I mean, one day Ramos was worse, but at the end of the day,
what is worse? What is worse? Being where you are now or finishing 4 points above relegation?
When did we finish 4 points above relegation?
93? 93, is it?
No, it's 97, 98.
But I said 25 years. That's my point. I can only go from what I've seen, like as a Spurs fan. 97, 98 was before that. And even then, I'm pretty sure George Graham won a trophy. He won a trophy in 98.
He won a League Cup.
Like the season after, like again,
98, I think he did.
Even again, George Graham was a mid-table manager, but he won us a trophy. So like
mid-table, he won the league with Arsenal. What are you talking about?
He was a mid-table manager for Spurs. When he came to Spurs,
Spurs were a mid-table team, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, man. And he's the reason why
Spurs, we are finishing mid-table.
One of the reasons why fell out with like Sol Campbell and that, and then Sol Campbell won you the Invincibles. You know what I mean? And a league, 2 leagues. Let's go.
Listen, I
and the FA Cup 3 times.
Sol Campbell needs to stop pandering to Tottenham fans and just accept that they're never gonna like him.
He's a weird character, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of soft spoken.
I feel like
high pitched, man.
Yeah, it's like I feel like he's got no friends.
I feel like his balls haven't dropped.
Nah, come on, you guys are being harsh.
He's so high pitched. His voice,
he's so.
Some people just have high pitched voices. It's normal.
Yeah, but I feel like I watched the thing on Overlap, and I'm thinking even Roy Keane get involved, or Ian Wright, really like every time he's on a interview podcast, it's just awkward.
Yeah, man. Did you see Roy Keane pouring tea for him like he was at some, freaking high aristocrat style meeting and things, pouring
What's
tea
wrong with
there?
that?
Sol Campbell Sol Campbell's got that
He's a
little
guest.
thing in the
He's
pocket.
he's a guest, isn't it? He's like, mate, he just done it out of
It's
good
just
favor.
so OTT, man. I don't know.
I'd say he's got elite mentality though. I can't lie. Everything I was hearing, I believe him as well. That's the thing. It's just
I didn't watch it.
Didn't he say he was going to go to Forest? Didn't he say? I was like,
yeah, he nearly if he was going to leave Tottenham at that time, it was Forest was one of the clubs that was there on his mind and stuff like that. So,
Hey, he was gonna wear red regardless. But George, you're never gonna forgive him, are you?
No,
George okay.
I didn't even watch.
Old enough, surely,
I didn't even watch Sol Campbell in a Spurs shirt, and I hate him. How about that?
Fair.
I hate the guy. And
how can you hate a guy who they held to ransom? Like basically,
that story. I'll be honest, I don't care. He went to Arsenal after saying last day of the season he was going to stay at Spurs. He's an absolute crook. He's the worst of worst people. Like that, bro. Come on, man. What are we doing here?
Would you have done it?
Of course he would have.
No, I wouldn't. No way.
Yeah.
If you had a contract running out at Spurs, let's just say they were going to offer you 50 grand. Yeah. Arsenal come around and say we're going to give you 250 a week. What are you saying?
Nah, you know what? Better question. Champions League final. Your boy's playing for Arsenal, and you're Spurs. Would you?
I'll do what Thuram's done. I wouldn't even wear the shirt. I'd have the Tottenham shirt under, and then I'd cut out maybe his name or the Arsenal shirt, and I'd put that on the front shirt without the badge. I'd put the back of the shirt on my shirt or something.
So you back your son.
Crazy.
I would not have a Tottenham Arsenal badge on the front of my. No way. I wouldn't mind having my name on like an Arsenal shirt. Like that's fine.
If I had a son, yeah, or whatever, or even a daughter, and they end up playing for Arsenal, and there's a kid going too far, like that, yeah.
But that's what it is. Liverpool is rivals, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't really, you're not really like that angry at Arsenal. You're more a Liverpool hater.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Would I wear the
You're
shirt?
not London red. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think
I would let them know before.
You might get to an age, you might get to an age though. You don't care, and like I'm
no. I'll tell them I want them to lose. I'll tell them straight up. I want you guys.
You would not, man. You would not.
This is the question.
I don't care about them winning. I care about Tottenham winning.
This is the real question. Ty from AFTV was asked the question: if your son scored in the Champions League final versus Arsenal, what do you say to him? He said, "I don't have a son. I disown him."
That's absolute, but then he doesn't have kids. Have kids.
I don't think he does have kids, though. I don't think he does.
No, that explains it. There is nothing more important in this world than your kids.
Yeah, 100%. I'd congratulate them, but I'd let them know.
All right, let me. You know
what it is? I'd be proud of them, yeah, but I wouldn't be celebrating it as a fan. I'd be celebrating it as a dad. You know what I'm saying, George? That's like how I.
Wolfie, how about this? At the birth of your newborn or Forest Champions League final.
I had this question.
Champions League final, and it's in like Lisbon or something like that. I don't know. You have to fly out for it.
Bro, forget that, right? It happened to me. My daughter's birthday party was the day of the playoffs final. I missed the first half of the playoffs final. So that's how I said first half. Because I had to sneak out. I got in the dog house with my missus for about 3 weeks after that, yeah. But I just had to...
So Champions League final or a newborn? You have to be at the birth. Be honest.
You're saying the final. I need the guarantee win.
That's Champions League final. Because that would be my fourth kid, man. I've seen 3 births, man. They're the same. They're all the same, man.
I've seen a couple.
You've seen one, you've seen them all, man.
Guys, when is the Champions League final?
It'll be like June 1st or something. Around
end of May, something.
End of May or the start of June. Like.
Okay, I'm good because my son's gonna potentially be born in July.
But you're not making a final anyways. So.
I think you're good anyway, bro. Don't worry. Even if he's born a couple of weeks earlier.
Anyways, guys, I'm having a second boy. That's
imagine.
So a gal right now, pretty much. If one of them don't make it at Arsenal, you failed as a dad. Facts.
How about this?
You can't go 2. You can't go 0 for 2, bro. Can't go 0 for 2.
It's just your first boy support.
It's difficult. We're East African. We got to be runners.
No, he doesn't too young.
Get him into track and field, bro.
What if one of your sons says,
Project Mo Farah or Project freaking Trunks? One of those two.
How old's your son now? He got 3, 4.
No, he's literally 1 and a half.
Recently, yeah. Yeah, he was born
Oh,
like a
He's
year
like
okay.
ago.
1 in 6 months. He's gonna be 2 in like 4 months.
Are you gonna force him to support Arsenal?
He's already wearing Arsenal kits. I got.
That's not what I asked.
Where if he says he likes Tottenham? Where if he says he likes Tottenham in like 5 years?
Listen, my child, with my wife being an Arsenal fan, with me being an Arsenal fan, with everyone pretty much being an Arsenal fan, he's not getting corrupted by the Man Uniteds and the Chelsea.
Yeah, but Wolfie thought that.
No. I did not. I took a different stance.
My friend
You
bought.
let your son score another
My
team.
friend bought my son like
Yeah,
some.
Who's
both
Man
my
City?
sons support different
My
teams.
friend bought my son like some
Man City and
Liverpool
Arsenal.
thing. My friend bought my son a Liverpool thing, and I told him, "Get this shit out of my house, straight up."
You know,
I
with
was
me,
gonna say.
right? You gotta remember, right? So my boys are 15 and 13-ish. So when I started to get them into football, I took them to a Forest match. They fell asleep. They wanted to leave after 20 minutes. This was championship, right? And then because I coached teams and what, you get tickets to the local matches, Peterborough matches. They didn't like that either, right? In the end, my son, I said to them both, I said, right, you don't have to support Forest, but you're not allowed to support Derby or Man U. I was like, those are the rules. I was like, outside of that, pick your stuff, right? So my older son started supporting Man City just because they were winning. He's a bona fide Glory supporter, right? He's not that into football. My younger one is die-hard Arsenal, like die-hard, bro. When I took him to his first match,
they're losers. So why did he end up
Well,
supporting them?
guys,
because my brother supports Spurs and my brother hates Arsenal.
And
So
then-
he started having this banter with my brother, and that got him into Arsenal, right? But then he's so diehard that when I took him to his first match, it was against Watford. I don't know if you remember it. You won 3-1. Bamiyang Ozil days there.
Yeah.
Bro, it was
Beanie
like
days.
oh, was that the snow day?
no, it wasn't snowing. It wasn't snowing.
Raining. It was raining. It was bad.
Yeah, the thing is, raining. It's quite cold. It was. I can't
Tierney
remember.
scored. Tierney scored.
Nah, Bamiyang scored. Tierney might have scored. Bamiyang definitely scored. You won 3-1. I can't remember the ins and outs. But I'll tell you what, I was not impressed with the Arsenal players because I took him up on the train because Peterborough to Finsbury Park's easy, isn't it?
It's quick in it.
Bro, the game was at 2. He was so excited. He had me on the train there for London by 12, right? It was like, or was it 4 o'clock here, whatever. We are the first ones at the ground, man. I was just standing there. I'm like, why are we here so early? And he wanted to do the whole thing. At this stage, he must have been about 7, maybe 6, 7 years old. Anyway, we got into the ground early because he wanted to see the players out on training. They are bastards, man. They literally come right up to them and they don't interact. They just completely ignore the crowd. So Ozil came. I'll send you the video, Cass's jokes. Ozil came right next to Ozil was his favorite player. Yeah. And I was like, yo, Zach.
At Emirates or at West Brom?
Huh?
West Watford. No, he's talking about Emirates.
Emirates, at the Emirates, yeah. So Ozil comes right up next to him. I'm like, yo, Zach, go say hi to your boy Ozil. And he just froze like this. He didn't know what to do, man. It was like, used to seeing him in life. And they just ignored him, man. They just completely ignore him. And I was like, wow.
Those Arsenal players are the ones that had all the they thought they were better than they was.
Yeah, all the
Arsenal
egos,
team
isn't
thought
it?
they were way better than they was. They had way too much ego.
Yeah, but was that before Saka and Emil Smith Rowe broke through like consistently?
Yeah, it would have been probably.
Yeah,
So
because
5 years ago or so, isn't it?
Saka didn't really play
that
Virgil.
same
would have been
season,
there.
that same season, Lacazette, Aubameyang, Ozil all got binned.
Was it that? I can't remember what year it was. I would guess.
Because that was the last time Forest were up, West Brom and Albion were up.
Watford.
No, Watford.
Oh, Troy Deeney days.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
you scored. I can't remember. I remember the score was 3-1. I remember Bamiyang scored. I can't remember the rest. Surely you got some Arsenal fans in here. Remember? I would guess maybe 2015, 16, something like that.
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you this: the Arsenal players, they back then they were just in the zone. They didn't want to speak to nobody, man. I don't blame.
Bro, they fully ignored it, man.
Like we were in the boat.
Hold on, let me see what it is. Arsenal. It was Arsenal
It'll be
3-1.
2020, wouldn't it? If it was 5 years ago, you
Yeah,
said
it was 2021. It was 2021.
No, it's 2016.
2016. Damn.
Oh no, we couldn't.
It can't have been that long ago, bro. You said
it wasn't that long.
Aubameyang wasn't even in the team.
Oh,
back
wait,
then.
it would have been around that time, around 2017, 2018.
Aubameyang was not even in the team back then. What are we talking
No,
about?
Aubameyang was definitely in the team. Hold on, let me find.
Was this Arsene Wenger's last season?
No, Aubameyang was playing in Özil.
No, 2016.
Maybe it was 3-0. Maybe it was 3-0.
Anyways, while you think about it, let's talk about Arsenal's news. Guys, did you see Mikel Merino scored a goal for Spain, a striker?
Did he play striker for Spain?
Yeah. He came on as striker. They were down 2-1. He scored the goal to make it 2-2.
Do you know what? Yeah, Marine, Spain just have been starved.
Oh, it's 3-0.
So long.
It was 3-0. I found it.
They've been starved.
2018.
Yeah, that
Moreno's playing striker. Moreno
came on, scored. That was one positive. The negative is Calafiori got injured last night.
Yeah,
guy got another knee injury. This is now his 5th official injury of the season. He's gonna be expected to miss 2 to 3 weeks with a grade 1 or grade 2 knee contusion. Crazy.
Oh, well, they've actually confirmed that the knee, like, he's out.
Yeah, he's out.
He's injury prone.
Guy slips over all the time, man. It's because I'm telling you now, it's pretty privileged tax, man. Too busy fixing his hair on the pitch rather than fixing his boots.
Yeah,
probably deserves. You know what? Probably deserves it. How about that?
How do you deserve an injury? Come on.
Yeah,
because I said so.
Cass is funny, man.
That's wild. That's like me saying heaven deserves an injury. He doesn't deserve an injury.
Bro. See, when people say this about players that play from, I couldn't give a toss. Like when people say, "Oh, Rodri was out for like ACL," yeah, good. He'll be back. Like, I don't care. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. They're still getting paid. They're going to be back. They're going to be fine. They're going to be eating more than I'm going to be eating. All of that. Oh, well. I'm glad. I hope, like, when I come up against Forest, I hope Alanga picks up an injury, bro. Like, I hope Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Excuse me, what are you talking about my voice for? Sorry, I wasn't.
Exactly. I don't care. Like, I hope these men get injured. They're best players. I don't want them playing against me. It's simple as that. I am shameless.
You scared of my team? Is that what you're saying?
On the counter, yeah.
Right there. Also, just to let you guys know, Arsenal are signing up 5 contracts. We just agreed Ethan's contract, as you can see, Sky Sports reported it just a couple minutes ago.
As reported by Igal.
Saliba, Gabriel, Ethan, Myles, Lewis-Skelly, and Bukayo Saka are all in line for new contracts.
Wait. Gabriel, you do this thing too much. In line, like official. You say it's official, and then you go, it's in line.
Okay, let me show you.
Nwaneri, cool. He's 17. We don't care about that one. We want to know about the Gabriel and Saliba and Saka ones.
A 5-year deal for Ethan. It's going to be a 5-year deal for Myles Lewis-Skelly. We're currently already.
The young players don't matter. We want to know about the big players. Let's see the official news that they've signed. Because the young players are always going to sign.
I'll tell you this. Right now, official signed is Ethan. Myles Lewis-Skelly is not officially signed yet. Right?
He will sign. That's fair to say. Nah, he will probably sign. Fact.
Ethan's the first one to be signed because apparently everyone in Europe's already preparing in case we drop the ball to give him a contract in the summer. So we're not going to.
Skelly's contract will be easy, and then
we're not going to let Ethan or Myles Lewis-Skelly slip away. It was already a mistake to let Heaven and what do you call it?
Obi Kenobi.
Honestly, Kaz, no banter aside, you got 2 ballers on your hand in those 2 youngsters, and you made a mistake letting him go.
Heaven and Obi.
Yeah.
Don't worry, man. He will ruin them. It's fine. Wait, is Heaven? How long's Heaven injured for?
Till after international break.
That's not even an injury. That's just a knock.
Yeah, he didn't think he It's
the way they took him off, man. I thought, I feared for his life.
All right.
Yeah, the thing is that I don't know what he did, but it's just just impact injury. He just got his ankle just got swollen in the end. It didn't actually crack or break or nothing like that.
All right. So just to give you guys an update on Bukayo Saka's contract situation, is pretty straightforward. He's going to be back from injury. April, they're saying he's going to be back like April 8th, just in time for the Real Madrid game, hopefully, as projected. And they're currently in discussions for a new contract talk. They're set to open formal discussions. This was reported on March 18th.
Is there a chance he comes back, not the player that he left?
I don't think so.
We'll find out.
It's his first injury, isn't it? For me, you know what, the guy, you're in a mad predicament because all you Arsenal fans obviously, as we all did as well, like celebrating this fact with Trent, Van Dijk, and that. But you have the exact same issue next season. You got
That-
Gabriel 2027, Saliba, Saka 2027. You're so confident about getting these man over the line, yeah. But if you don't win in the 25-26 season, it's their final season.
Kaz, wallahi, I don't care. The
Yes,
reality
you
is,
do.
Oh,
Yes, you do.
wallahi
Yes,
as
you
well.
this is the real situation right now. Gabriel, if we do not give him a new deal and sign him down to a new deal, it's going to be a situation where there's going to be 100 million on the table for him to leave. If the club starts selling some of our players, they show no ambition and they show that they don't give a shit about the project. Clearly, they're telling me what to invest my life into.
Can I ask you a question?
In the short term, we can no longer think about just selling off players, all these other things. We need to win now. If it means we sign all these new quality players, bring them in, and we fuck ourselves over with the likes of Saka, Gabriel, and Saliba, and we win two leagues in a row, I'll be happy. But right now, I'm just trying to collect silverware. I don't give a fuck how we do it. And that's the reality. Liverpool fans are going to be happy because they won the league this year. But if they lose Van Dijk and Salah, it's going to hurt at the end of the season. But right now, they don't give a shit. They're winning the league.
Let me ask you a question. This summer,
I don't know. Did I answer that properly? What do you think? I'm confused. Like, that threw me off a little bit.
let me ask you this question. This summer,
so he cares.
one has to leave.
Obviously, I care. I'm not thinking about it right now because I believe we have we have 2 years and a half on Saliba. We have 1 year on Gabriel, and we have 2 years on Saka. So I'm not too worried about Saka.
No, you got 2 years. You got 2 years.
I'm not too worried about the 3 academy kids. To me, it's about the center back pairing. I want to keep them together for as long as possible.
Well, let me ask you this again. Let me ask you this.
And
right?
we already told Real Madrid run up. Saliba's not for sale. They changed their target to the guy from Bournemouth and Konate. You guys seen that news, right?
Yeah, I saw that house and
All right, there you go. Please let me ask you this question. Right, one has to leave this summer, and one will sign a new contract. Who would you rather it is, Gabriel or Arteta?
Arteta.
Arteta what? Leaves or stays?
I'd rather Arteta leave than any of our players.
I was not expecting that.
Not expecting that. I thought you were going to say Arteta stay.
No, because Arteta, I don't value Arteta at the same value as key pieces to the squad.
So all right, that's a good conversation.
Whoa, that's a big thing right there, man.
I value certain players in the team more than the men.
So ultimately, because you obviously rate your team very highly in the core group of players, let's just say the spine, because your spine is your core group of players at this moment in time.
Yeah.
You believe that Arteta could be getting more out of these players then?
I would,
and another manager could.
No. If you ask me the same question with other players, the answer would be different.
What's Saliba?
Saliba, I would rather keep Saliba.
Okay, and it would be the same for Odegaard. It'd be the same for Saka, right? Odegaard, Saka, and Rice.
Sell Odegaard. I would sell Rice. I only players I would lay my life on the line for and say, you know what, Arteta's got to go over them. Is the 3 guys I named: Saka, Saliba, and Gabriel. I think everybody else is replaceable. Rice is replaceable. Odegaard is replaceable.
I'm in recovery here. And the chat's saying clip him, man. I'm with them. I was like,
I would not sell those 3 players at all. I think.
What about Raya?
You can replace the goalkeeper, bro.
Yeah, bring Ramsdale back in it.
Nah. Ramsdale. Did you hear what Ramsdale said? Ramsdale said he was watching golf at 11 a.m. the night before a Southampton game in the morning at 12:30 kickoff. He's nuts.
Did he say that? I don't blame him.
Wait, what do you mean? 11 p.m. at night, you mean?
11 p.m. at night, he's watching golf in America when Southampton are playing 12:30 kickoff.
Bro, we're big men, man. It's not acting like we need 8 hours of sleep. You can have 4 hours of sleep and still work fine, bro. It's not that deep, man. Come on.
Anyways, I think certain players are crucial to the project. The centre-back pairing and Bukayo Saka are the 3 most crucial players.
Yeah, but if you're taking away the puppet master of the project, then is that really now a project? You get what I'm saying?
I think the 3 players that are not replaceable, in my opinion, is the centre-back pairing and Bukayo Saka.
What about Nwaneri?
Ethan Nwaneri is young. He just literally came into the team. I'm not gonna say get rid of him or anything like that, but I don't think I would let him go. Obviously, I wouldn't want to let him go, but I'm not gonna get rid of. If it's between him or the manager, I'm keeping the manager. But hey,
George, are you expecting that for any of the
It threw me
players?
off. Nah,
I've
was
got
not
nothing to
expecting
say,
that.
man.
I was
Hey.
generally like, I thought Agal was manager FC, you know, Arteta FC, and because the way
Now we
I
know
see it, when
he's
you have a
Gabriel FC, and
when you have a good manager, the manager should come before any of the players. But I also do understand, for me, I'm always club first in it, so I don't always get attached to too much managers and players because players and managers come and go. But I was really surprised at that because the way you're so
you know
consistent.
something? People say, Egal, you're so invested in Arteta that it almost seems like you care
are.
more about Arteta than
You are
Arsenal.
Arteta FC.
This right here should give you an example of where I think about the club first over the manager.
Yeah, I do get what you mean. I do get what you mean.
Okay.
And it's the first
But
time.
you are Arteta FC. Let's be real.
Because I feel so invested in the manager that I feel like we have to win under Arteta.
No, but
Like,
that's your obsession. That's your obsession.
I can see the vision. Like, I'm so bought into it that I do think we will win with Arteta. It's just, I don't know, man. People say
I'll tell you. I've seen this in my fan base, right? When Steve Cooper, I wanted him out.
Are you
right?
comparing Arteta to Steve Cooper? Come on.
No, just I haven't even said anything but his name, man. You've already pounced on me. What I'm saying is, our fan base with Cooper, who remember got us promoted after 23 years out of the Premier League, yeah, who was almost astaghfirullah idolized, right? When it comes to the fan base, I wanted him out because I could see that he couldn't do it in the Premier League. Yeah, I got called all kinds of stuff, man. I got all kinds of threats and this, that, and the other.
Deserved.
Maybe so, right? But my point is, he went, and then look what happened. Yeah, we went from relegation fight to being bigger than Tottenham, and Man U. So you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes your fear is either attachment from sentimentality to a manager because he has credit in the bank, like Cooper did with us. I don't see what credit Arteta has in the bank with you, or the reason you don't want to get rid of him is because you are worried about what's going to come afterwards is crap. But I just don't see why you would worry about that. It's not like Arsenal are starting from ground zero.
You want to know something? Andre Burton coming in, now I trust two people at the club. Because the before Andre Burton, I only trusted Arteta. But hey, before we go any further, I just want to quick fire one more thing. Guys, do you guys rate Nico Williams? Because Arsenal heavily linked to him.
Yes, I do. I've seen people say that they rate him recently. He's cold, man.
This season, definitely not.
In general, not just this season.
I'm in belief. Yeah,
I'm agnostic to him.
Yeah, I'm in belief that people don't watch Bilbao. I don't watch Bilbao like that. They might catch Jog game. They've seen him in the Euros. They said, you know what? I've seen enough. That's what I believe people have done. They probably haven't watched a game of him this year. The guy scored minimal. The guy's done nothing. Bilbao actually.
He's never been a goal scorer, though. He's never been a goal scorer.
The guy doesn't create enough. Do you know what I mean? He runs into traffic quite a lot. He's actually kind of reminding me a little bit of Leao, which pisses me off as well. And my whole thing is like, Bilbao actually having a good season this year, and he's not the one that's shining. Why? You're meant to be one of the better players. So he's probably just having a bad season. Maybe it could be that, because last year obviously he's there, but we'll see in it. Do I think he's all that? Maybe we'll see. I don't know, because I don't know if I want to rate him as a winger or a GNA merchant. Like I don't know which one he's going to evolve into, but he's giving me Take Kubo vibes. Had a bit of flavor about him. Bar that. I don't know. I don't really see much.
Bro, he's 22. He's 22 years old. He's already shown it in an international stage. He's at a club that's very defensive and limited when I say to their attacking abilities. And he does have the raw qualities to improve. Now, there's guys like Lee Gunner who tell me he's garbage. There's guys like Remedy. There's guys like Remedy who tell me this guy could be the next Sadio Mane if he comes to Arsenal. So I don't know.
I think with me, he had a really hot summer, didn't he? Was it Euros or World Cup? I can't remember now. It was Euros.
Euros.
Yeah. He was hot. Him and Yamal looked good in an attacking Spain team. I agree with Cass. I don't think he's had a good season so far this year, but he could go and knock Man U out. So I'm gonna back him. And I think his brother is probably slightly better than him on the other
He's
side.
definitely better than way more
The
effective.
report-
Nico Williams,
the
is
report
it?
Today is from Bayern Munich that they're not interested in him as much as reported, and it's not actually true that they're the favorites to sign him. Arsenal are currently closer. Barcelona have said they've dropped their interest since Rafinha.
But I don't think that's your priority, Gal. Like I said, this can't remember what stream yesterday I was on. I said if the first person who walks through the door at Arsenal isn't a number 9 this summer, then I'd be protesting.
No, but
I don't care if Messi comes through the door first.
I don't think you want to blow your load unless Isak is actually the first person to walk through the door. Because
No, I'm not saying any old 9. I'm saying the 9 that you are signing this summer that you've been promised for 3 years. If he is not the first person through the door, I'm rioting.
I don't
Because
think
I would be up to here as an Arsenal fan without a striker for this long.
I don't know if George and Kaz agree with me, but it's not as long as you get your shopping done. What order it happens in? Do you care?
Yes, I care. Yes, I care.
George, do you care?
Yeah, I feel like, especially one of the biggest problems with certain teams, that you start focusing on other areas on the pitch and you don't bring in the most important player. So no, it does matter what order you're shopping. You need to get the most important player and the one that's going to have the biggest impact first.
Exactly.
You should go for your biggest signing first, and then you work around that.
What about if your biggest signing is Alexander-Isak and it's going to be a problem because you have to wait until Newcastle realize that?
Okay, firstly, get Isak out of your head. Yeah.
No,
I don't know why you think Newcastle need or will sell.
We don't do this mentality where you have the biggest target and available that could move this window, and you take yourself out of the shopping.
What makes you think he could move this window? Newcastle will not sell. He doesn't want to leave.
Newcastle will sell if somebody pays 130 million.
No, they won't. No, they won't. They won't.
George, you think 130 is cheap?
They won't sell.
You're not getting him for 130 million, bro. They paid 75 million from themselves.
You paid 105 for Declan Rice. How much?
But they're going to want at least double. They're going to want at least 140 to 150 million, especially after he just won them a trophy.
Okay, we put 150 on the table. What are they going to do?
They're going to say no.
Then they might accept.
They're going to say no. Their Saudi owners have come out and said he's not going.
Okay.
If the Arabs come out, the money don't matter.
I think
150 million, but we give you 50
he's
million.
not going.
Gal, what you need to see it like this is
150 million. We give you 50 million.
Gal, forget about that. Forget about that, bro. Like, Isak. Newcastle don't need the money. Their owners aren't starving for money.
Exactly.
The only money they need is to balance books. But what they will look at is, we can get 150 million for Isak, or we can sell 3 or 4 players and get 150 million pounds. They're more than likely to sell 3 or 4 players and get maybe like a Jacob Murphy, who, yes, they have good impact for them, but he's not as important as Isak. They will sell other players that are more, like them. Bro, they've got a lot of players that they can get rid of and make that 150 million pounds.
You know what it is, George? You know what pisses me off about this, like, Arsenal fan debate? Because they do this, yeah? They're like, what if we gave Arsenal 150? What if we, Newcastle 150, right? Where on God's green earth do you think you are that you think your board is going to splash 150 mil on Isak?
You know where we are? We are at the finish line where we need that final piece to get you over the line.
You needed that last summer. You know that, Gal.
And now that we have more squad depth, we are capable to go splash the cash where we need to.
You do not have squad depth.
Yes,
you do not have Saka got injured and Havertz is injured, and suddenly your whole season's fallen apart. Where's the squad depth? The squad depth
is considering when you look at the team from when they're fully fit, and you add in a striker and you add in a left winger, and
squad depth is when you pick up an injury and you can replace it. Maybe not to that level, but you have replacements.
If Isak is brought in, the backup is now Havertz. If Nico Williams is brought in, the backup is now Martinelli. with what we currently have in the midfield, we still need to bring in a Zubimendi and another player potentially.
How much do you think you're spending this summer?
Minimum 300 million. Minimum.
Gal, you've got to understand.
Bro, one second.
Sometimes we call
you guys
deluded
not understand.
£300 million.
Do you know last year how much did we spend?
I don't know, 150 or something.
100.
Last year we
No,
had
not even 100. You signed 4 players or something, 3 players.
Last year
They got Calafiori.
Last year we had a positive 10 million net profit on the whole year.
Forget about net spend, bro.
Yeah. When you say net spend, you're doing it wrong.
Last year the club made money.
No,
Trent.
that's not how it works. That's not how it works. What are you saying? Wait, let me just clarify, Gal. Can I just ask you? Are you saying that you spent 90 million, but you sold 100 million? Is that what you're saying?
Last year we bought like 80 million and we sold 90.
Then you don't know what you're talking about, bro.
This argument might work on Twitter, but we know how it works. Is like you, as you said, you bought Declan Rice for 105 million. The reason why you haven't bought that many players because you're paying 20 million or 25 or whatever.
Exactly. In amortization.
All these players that you've bought over the last couple of years when you spent loads of money, you're still paying for them. Just like when Chelsea and Man United owners have come out and said they're still paying for Sancho, despite he might leave in the summer.
George, you know what the most crucial thing is? You know what the most crucial thing is? The first thing through the door is contract renewals, because a lot of these new signings, if we do sign Isak, he will be getting paid the most.
Stop the Isak thing, bro. Newcastle do not need to sell him.
Wolfie, just listen to what I'm saying before you jump. If we sign Isak, if we sign Sesko, if we sign Nico Williams, whoever we sign in the summer, we cannot afford to put them on astronomical wages and then not bring the rest of the team in line with those players, because then it's going to bring uproar. So we first need to get Saliba's, Saka's, and Gabriel's contracts in line, number one. Number two, then we can go and get the Nico Williams, the Seskos, or Isak, or whoever we want to bring in. If we do bring in Isak in, I view that as the ambitious signing to potentially go and get us the league title. If we bring in Sesko, Nico Williams, Zubimendi, they're all great players. But really and truly, guys, does that improve my team to go and guarantee a league title?
No.
There's still a lot of work.
Forest have more chance of signing Gyokeres than you do of signing Isak.
Yeah, because Isak does not have a release clause. Where
it doesn't release clause or not, you ain't getting him. You ain't getting him.
What you said is not like like something that's like a wow moment.
All right, fine. Forest have more chance of signing Mbappe this summer than you of Isak.
That's not realistic. You're
exactly.
I just think this love with Isak from Arsenal, but I know it comes from years ago because I'm pretty sure I
wanted him when he was
London. I know you was one of those guys, following the taxi around the custom Rolls Royce that Isak played. I remember he's driving. He's at Harrods and people are following him. He's in London. He's in London. They'll go.
There's only one club. Harrods is closer to Chelsea, but he's in London, man.
We fucked up. We could have got him for 55 million. We could have got him for
around 55, 60 mil, innit? Yeah.
We could have got him for 20 million from Dortmund.
But I generally don't think I think we need to start being realistic. Newcastle is a very, very exciting project right now. I don't think many of their players are going to be looking to leave. And also, I think it's going to start getting to a point where Newcastle is going to be more attractive than some of our other clubs. And that's what people need to start worrying about.
I think Arsenal is still...
We all remember when Newcastle got this takeover, we're all saying, oh, yeah, they're going to be a giant. They're going to be a juggernaut. It's been 3 or 4 years now. Like, that's coming real soon. You do know, right?
A lot of people are...
Newcastle juggernaut is coming real soon.
That's why a lot of people are hoping they don't get top 4. Because if they get top 4, it's peak for a lot of people. Chelsea, for example.
You don't need top 5. Let's get it right. It's top 5 they need.
Top 5, yeah. If they get top 4 over Chelsea, it's peak for Chelsea. But it's also peak for anybody who wants their players. Because they're not going nowhere if they get Champions League football.
So you want Newcastle not to get Champions League, do you?
And it's peak for you too, bro. Man United also, because they're taking your spot in the league, basically.
It's been peak for us, bro. It's been peak for us. Like, no, there's no surprise about that. It has been peak.
Yeah. Do not interrupt when Lee interrupts you. What?
Huh?
I don't know.
Gal, do you not get frustrated when Lee interrupts you?
Everyone interrupts everyone nowadays. This is YouTube. This is how you have to get your word in. To get your
You have
word
to
in.
fight for your voice.
But
By the
I
way,
like-
Nigeria
let's-
2-0 up.
Let's
Arsenal scored.
end it off on this section. Arsenal. This is what I'm expecting Arsenal to do in the summer, and you guys tell me if you think this is good enough to challenge next season. We keep what we have, right? We keep what we currently have. But then we improve in the midfield by bringing in Zubimendi and potentially one more player that can play as an 8 and as an 8 and a 10 with Zubimendi. So I don't know who that is yet, but we'll have to wait and see. And then Nico Williams, Sesko. So that's 4 players plus a goalkeeper, backup goalkeeper, because our backup goalkeeper right now is on loan and we don't even own him. So bring him in, which is going to be Garcia. And then probably one more defender, because in case you don't know, Kieran Tierney is going to leave. Zinchenko is going to leave.
He's your best left back.
Kivior is probably going to be going. And that's 3 defenders gone. We're going to probably bring in one more cheap defender that can cover as a center back and as a...
I can't believe you think again this many players.
Yeah, I can't even lie, Gal. I'm lost.
He's just reeling up. This was scenario 1, man.
Give me an easy scenario. Like, what players are coming?
Easy scenario. We're bringing in 4 players that matter. We're bringing in 2 a backup keeper and a 5th choice defender.
Forget the backups, man. Forget the backups.
Signing 7 players.
No, we're signing 6 players. 2 backups that are worth the equivalent of
4 first-team players. You're saying
15 and 10 million each, respectively, and then a 50 million pound winger, an 80 to 100 million pound striker, a 50 million pound midfielder, and another 20 to 50 million pound midfielder.
Okay, so just wait. Do you know why I'm confused? Yeah, you know why I'm confused.
Yeah, later, cuz.
No, I'm here. I just decided I'll go pray Assad now.
Big up.
Then that means I don't need to leave for another 15 minutes.
Big up.
I'm
but yeah, let me just count.
You need 4 first-team players.
Nico Williams, 50 million. Okay. Zubimendi, 50 million. That's 100 million. Forget about that, right? Right away. Next, I'm talking another 80 to 100 million for a striker.
Wait, I thought you needed 150 for Isak.
Yeah, I thought you needed 150.
Yeah.
You guys told me Isak's not realistic.
This is your scenario.
Okay. Well, if we're getting Isak, forget about Nico Williams then. Isak.
Well, you can't just ditch Nico Williams. How's he gonna feel, bro?
Listen to what I'm saying though. If we're gonna get if we're getting Isak for 150, we're gonna go get Leroy Sané on a free.
For real, Miles.
Right? So Isak, Leroy Sané, or Sesko, Nico Williams. Those are the 2 roads we're looking at, depending on which one we can actually get realistically. The midfield though stays the same regardless. Midfield, we're gonna invest at least another 100 to 80 million on the midfield. That's what I think.
I'm not gonna lie. Whoever said, I think Wolfie, I heard you say it before. I went off quickly. Yeah, 130 million. They're not turning that down.
They are turning it down.
I don't think they turn that down because I feel like they could reinvest that PSO, that crap. Anyways, I feel I would trust them not to go and reinvest a lot of that and more into first teamers and squad more than what they might be limited to.
Should I tell you why I think they turn it down?
And I was going to say, but my counter argument would be if they get Champions League football now, that means they don't have to spend as stupid as they did before with all that upfront fees, Tonali and stuff, and they just build on it. Because I look at Newcastle, right? And I feel like, cool, they got a great team right now as we stand. They go get themselves a goalkeeper, which they are, in James Trafford, which I think is solid. They go get a centre back who they've been chasing. It might be Gay, it might be someone else. Botman's out to them. They might need to get somebody else, but Dan Burn is doing an amazing job at the moment. Whatever. They go get themselves a proper right winger and Burmo and Buemo, just someone that's just more capable than I think Murphy's a great squad player. Then all of a sudden they don't really need it. So you're just selling for the sake of selling. Like at this point, it's like what you can retain your best players.
That's exactly my point. Because if you get rid of Isak, if I'm Newcastle right now, if I get rid of Isak for let's say 150 million, yeah, I'm gonna need to invest about 80 million of that to find someone who might be towards the standards. Huh?
Gyokeres.
Yeah, okay. So I've already wasted 80 million of that 150 million pot anyway to go and buy a striker who I'm not sure will fit into the system versus a striker that I already know does fit into a system.
But think about it. If they don't get Champions League football and he doesn't want to re-sign, what choice do they have?
But he hasn't got 6 months left on his contract.
I know, but still.
He's got 3.5 years.
Yeah.
but
Or
still,
3 and a bit years.
you can force a move if you're a player like that.
He doesn't want to leave, bro. I don't get what you're saying. He doesn't want to leave.
He doesn't want to leave. If they don't get Champions League football and Arsenal or Liverpool come knocking, he'll leave.
Yeah, but they are likely to get Champions League football.
So you're thinking Chelsea's not likely to get Champions League?
Yeah,
football?
Chelsea won't get Champions League.
Wow.
What, you think Chelsea will?
Chelsea are one of the favorites to get
Have you
Champions League.
seen their running? Have you seen their running?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, Chelsea in a dark period, man.
They
You
got
guys
no
don't think
attack.
Chelsea get Champions League football?
Igal, have you looked at their running?
It's not even that. Have you seen their recent performances? Bar
Yeah.
Leicester and that.
They have no attack. They have no attack either.
Cole Palmer's out for the next couple weeks, is few weeks, so that don't help.
No, but they're all coming back in 2 seconds, no? Like real soon.
Yeah, they would be. But the thing is like, I don't know, man. Right now, it's hard to predict Chelsea.
Who
Anything
gets
for
top
them.
4 guys? Chelsea or Newcastle? Because
Right now,
Arsenal and Liverpool are guaranteed.
right now, I'm putting my eggs in Newcastle's basket. Sorry, I think they're a much better team. They got more momentum about them, and
Villa
everything.
have an outside shout.
Yeah, of course. Well, we'll see, anyways. But I feel like Aston Villa, I feel like a lot of teams that are just below Chelsea are gonna like. It should be wrapped up really by now. It should really and truly, but it's not. The thing is you look at like City pick up points. I don't see how Chelsea pick up a lot of points. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, it's not like you watch them play football. They can't attack. Their defense is weak, anyways.
Yeah,
they don't even know if they like their coach. You don't know who's gonna show up. I don't favor them right now. That's all it is. I'm going off of bias. This is just bias into what I've seen. I don't expect them to be bad forever, like obviously, but it's just like I expect other teams just to be better than them.
You know, Kes, I think that's balanced to say. Like, the logic and the probability of the facts that we see in front of us right now are they are not performing. They look terrible even against Southampton.
They look worse than Arsenal, bro. They look worse than Man United. As bad.
Who has a bigger problem right now? Spurs or Man United? Who has a bigger problem? George?
Both. We're both in the same predicament.
Who's in the worst situation?
Two cheeks of the same backside, man.
Yeah, obviously Man United will always. I think it's my phone. Man United will always be in a worse position than Spurs due to just pressures and stuff like that. But right now, obviously, Man United are 3 points above. Man United's got a hard running coming up as well. Like we got Tottenham also got a decent running as well themselves. It's just
they're still in the cup, right?
Look, I'm more in favor. Like, even if I just drop my Man United hat, no one really believes Spurs, but other than Spurs fans go all the way. The thing is, United, we've seen crap United teams go all the way in certain cups and stuff like that, even recent.
I know, but this narrative that United do that, you've only done it in the last 2 years. Didn't you go 5 years dry before? No,
I remember we went under Ollie, we went to Europa League final, we lost. We actually had a better game.
Yeah, I know. So you went 5 years dry.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. It's just, I feel like this team's built for cups. There's some reason why this team wants to play football, but you know what it is? It's because it's slower tempo. I always say it's always the fact, slower tempo. When you're allowing Casemiro to turn, pass, all of that, you know that when it comes to Europe, it's just a different game, innit? Just a little bit. And the quality players do end up on show in the very end. But we'll see what happens because United got to go through Bilbao. I don't think Bilbao are all that personally as well. Lyon, I don't think are all that people make them out to be, but they got moments players that can hurt you, bro. Differently, more than Sociedad. Let's put that as a fact. Fair. Tottenham, I don't think they get past Frankfurt. But the thing is, Ange is under scrutiny right now. So I would say right now Spurs are probably in that much bit more of a worse position, only due to the fact they don't know what they want to do with their management.
I want to know what.
Yeah, but nor do you.
I think
but I think we do. But I think there is a more of a secure position around us than there is.
The thing is, you guys switch spots. You guys basically, it's basically like they have Ten Hag. And you now have Ange.
We're playing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you watch United recent, we play much better. But the thing is, regardless of where it is, the quality that I see is still cheeks.
No, but
when I watch misplaced passing in simple moments, I just look at it thinking, you're shite, bro.
So it's on the players.
But would you agree there's a bit of gaslighting going on right now, a bit of glazing in the Man U fan base where they're like, we're starting to see signs of life. We beat Leicester City,
no, that's what I hate.
Team.
No, that's not the worst part, Wolfie. It's the revisionism, even on Højlund. That's the one that does me. Højlund looks different in Europa because he's got more time. So he looks okay. But as soon as it comes to Prem or against something absolutely arse, at the end of the day, this brother scored 1 goal, now 2 goals in his last like 30. I don't know.
He's
Merino has
back.
more
He's
than him.
streaking now. He's streaking. You know, he scored against Portugal, man.
You didn't even miss that. Both his goals with his right foot.
I can't believe he did the Ronaldo celebration, man. I mean, he's got some absolute
Well, yo,
shamelessness
Be
about it.
honest,
Man.
have you changed your mind on Ineos, or you're giving them time?
Bro, I'm pro Ineos. What are you on
He's
about?
pro, man. He's on his
Hey.
knees for them, man.
Some Man United fans are against
I
it.
don't give a shit what other United fans. They subscribe to fast food. The thing is, I'm more in the zone of like, I don't agree with everything they've said. What the hell is on this? I don't subscribe to everything. That's been chewing the mic or something. Anyways, I don't agree with everything they've done and whatnot, but for me, it's more of a case of I'm just with the bad decisions, isn't it? Like I just feel like it's the only way right now. I subscribe to that. But I like there's a lot more good than they've done
You
bad in my
subscribe
opinion.
to bad decisions.
No,
We're gonna
because
end it off
the
here.
unfavorable
I
ones.
can't believe what Cass just
We're
said there.
gonna
That's
end
not
it off
subscribed.
here.
Did I hear that right?
Well, the unfavorable, not bad. That's the wrong word. I'm talking about more unfavorable decisions that Man United fans don't like. Because the thing is, with this fan base is way too sentimental with everything, and it's
Stupid
just
is the word you want.
But yeah, that's another one. But
Fergie.
too much sentimental. That they want one thing, and then something might happen for that to be removed, and then
So would you agree you have the dumbest fan base in the league?
one of them?
Yeah, good.
Pogba was
Yeah.
right.
I haven't said it for years.
George, we were talking about Spurs and Man United, and Kaz, basically, we're gonna end it off here. What is Spurs' biggest problem, bro? Because we kind of
The
know
manager.
You think the manager goes, everything's better? Because I don't think that's.
It will improve depending on who comes in, but not. I wouldn't. Again, we do have player issues. There's no doubt about that. I think the player issues are probably about 30% of the problem, but the manager is 60 to 70%.
100%.
Well, actually, I say that it's probably like 40% the manager, 30% the players, and then the rest is the board, isn't it? Or do you know? It's probably way more on the board.
You
The
know
board
what?
is the biggest
So how
issue.
many years?
The board is
How
the
many
biggest.
years? How many years away do you think you guys are back to your best?
Oh,
What is their
God knows.
best? They are
God
at their
knows.
best. What are you talking about, man?
God knows. You know, I would love to give you that answer, Gal, but I generally don't know. Like, we've got such a young team that I'd say if a manager does come in and they're working with this squad, I'd expect there to be some significant improvement. Not next season, maybe the season after, because our team's so young, man. I don't think they're going to have some crazy drop.
I think Tottenham's. I think before you could say is a bit more of a play issue, but that play issue comes down to the board not giving Ange. Ange has a particular way of playing in it.
Yeah.
So his particular way, you need to give him particular players. That's just the way it works. But at the same time, like when I hear Jules wanting Semenyo, that means you're trying to recreate Bournemouth's attack or Solanke and Semenyo. That don't sit well with me personally, a little bit. But the thing is, they are good players. They're qualities, but they're effective players. But my thing is Ange is like, it's not about one. For me, it's not about the way he plays sometimes. It's just, I think sometimes he just doesn't know how to adapt properly. Like you've got Pedro Porno, yeah. He's a wing back playing fullback. A doggy, if I say so, again, he's inverted. You keep playing wing backs inverted, and you want him up the pitch.
I was saying it earlier. I feel like our team's more primed to three at the back. We should be playing a three at the back.
Like this team is nothing short of a three at the back with Van der Ven, who came from a three at the back system. Romero came back from a three at the back system. Archie Gray can definitely do it as well if you wanted. Danzo started his career out, by the way, or even when he came to the Prem in a three at the back system. See, the thing is, it's like
he should have got Tuchel.
And it's more. I don't think he would have went, to be fair, but it's more. Yeah, for me, it's just like they got the doggy, they got Porro, Van der Ven, Romero. I'm probably missing out on the centre back. Dragushin as well would be good in the back three, especially the centre one. You've also got.
I was actually saying this on D stream earlier. I was saying our team is primed for 3-5.
Yeah, you got Bentancur, you got your box to boxes, you're sorted.
Yeah, 3-4-3 it would work. Yeah,
you got Madison who can play more of the insides.
If you two switched managers, you'd probably be better off. You know?
Yeah, you know what, that might work.
Nah, I don't think Ange would do well at Man United. I don't think he would.
Yeah, but hammering with your players would go 3-4-2-1.
I gotta go make dinner for iftar and everything.
Can I just say that one last thing you got on Spurs? As much I hate them because of my brother, right? But I want them to win the Europa League now, man. Because Ange would be, Ange would be like have to stay, man. And all these Ange outers are gonna melt down. It's gonna be hilarious.
You want to see Sava meltdown, innit?
Can you imagine a Sava meltdown?
Oh my god! It'll be like us in the FA Cup. It'll be us in the FA Cup all over again, innit?
If Ange wins them the Europa League, he's getting a statue. from some of their fans. Like, let's
No,
be real.
he's not.
Oh, yes, he is.
Where?
Bro,
You guys
certain
have lost.
City
You do
fans-
know only one manager's got a statue at Tottenham, and that's Bill Nicholson because he done the double. He was a real manager. Like
Well, back in
Well,
What,
he's
1960.
the
Poch
only
didn't
one who
get
won the
one
league,
for
right?
Where's
losing
that,
in the
George?
final?
Was that back in 1960, isn't it?
yeah. When
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was
My granddad was
retired.
alive today. He told me all about that when he was 20 odd years or 17 years old.
Anyways, guys, any of you guys have a
Horrible,
live show coming up?
horrible. Nah,
Not tonight.
I'm going out for
10
iftar,
p.m.
man.
trench talks, man. That's it.
Have a good Friday night then. Wait, George, you have a show?
Nah, just trench talks. 10 p.m. in it. Fams on TV. Shout out to them, man. Make sure you're there.
Have a good one, guys. Don't know.